Hello, you're listening to Questport, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. And just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
That's right. And usually we like to talk about last time I also did it, our impromptu purchases when it
Uh-oh.
comes to RPG things.
Oh no, what money did you spend this time?
So the algorithm knows me. And I get
Yeah,
these random things. I'm like, okay. It's actually on BackerKit, which I've never backed anything on BackerKit before.
I've backed things through Kickstarter that then went to BackerKit.
But yeah, so there is a RPG system that I bought or pre-ordered, backed, whatever you want to call it. Pumpkin Spice, a magical cozy RPG.
Holy cow, that sounds way too more like something I would be into.
And so it's
Because
like
I am a basic white girl.
yes you are. But yeah, it's like running a magical cafe or witches or something like that. And you you run your own cafe with magical whimsy and all this stuff.
That sounds like something I'd play with the girls.
And it's got like that lo-fi kind of like story driven,
Yeah,
heavy story driven or role play focused system.
I guess I'd play with the girls and Brandon.
Now I'll be the DM.
True.
But
The smooth jazz voice DM. I don't know. I feel like your
sure,
voice would work for smooth jazz radio.
I have the face for radio. I know that.
No comment.
Actually, that suddenly reminds me. When I was in high school, I did track and field and all that stuff. And I was just chatting with my friends at a track meet,
Yeah.
and this guy comes up to me, and I'm like 16, 17 at the time,
Nice.
and a guy like more than twice my age, I don't know how old he was, comes up, he's like, you got a voice for radio. And what teenager like would have a response other than okay, thanks? And then my friends are just like, oh, you got the face for radio. I'm like,
Yeah, classic friend comeback. Some people just don't realize that just going up to a stranger and saying a comment like that can be seen as extremely creepy.
well, maybe it's because it was a guy to a guy. It wasn't as if
Yeah,
I was
no,
like
I still
a
see
teenage
that.
girl.
I still see that as coming across as a little creepy.
So this was like 2007, 2008.
Okay.
That's when I was in high school. Yes, I'm old. Shut up.
I mean, that's when I
Internet.
graduated high school, so there you go.
I'm talking internet, not you.
Yeah, I know.
We're both old.
I'm older. Haha.
But yeah. So I thought it was like it's got that lo-fi feel. Like going back to the pumpkin spice,
Yeah.
magical cozy RPG. It's
No,
got that
that
lo-fi feel to it and all that stuff.
that sounds like fun, and it sounds like my husband would hate it.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we can play that like on air sometime. You could stream it or something. We could all just lo-fi cozy
Maybe.
witches.
I'll be getting it. The estimated ship was like February next year.
Ah, okay, so
So it'll be a while.
a while
A
you say?
while.
A
Yes.
whole while.
But yeah, I've always liked the lo-fi aesthetic
I know this about you.
because I'm already stressed about a lot of other things in my life.
Mhm.
So enjoying that aesthetic helps counterbalance it somewhat.
Have I?
I
Ever,
try to.
I'm pretty sure I've told you about it before. There's a game on Steam, Lo-Fi, Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, you just put it on the background while you're working on stuff. It's really chill. I very much enjoy it.
It's equivalent to just me pulling up my Spotify and pull up my lo-fi playlist.
Well, that's it. You don't have to listen to the music on it. I usually don't, but I like the scene and to get like my little person working on something similar to what I'm doing while I'm working on something, and it's got like a timer you can set for taking breaks and checklists so you can keep on task.
Like I know a lot of people you listen to lo-fi to help focus on things.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly use lo-fi to just unwind on things. Not I
Mm-hmm.
don't use it as a focusing tool, if that makes sense.
I can't use it as a focusing tool because I'll listen to it. Like I'll focus on it, not what I'm trying to focus on. So I can't have it.
I was telling a coworker of mine that I use background music for video games as focusing music
That's usually good focusing
because
music,
they're
'cause it's not-
designed to actually
Yeah.
be background
Mhm.
and not have a focal point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I play a song that I really, really like.
Right.
So I have to play like a obscure enough song that's like meant to be in the background,
Mm.
but not have a tune that's like majorly focused, like a main theme or something
Yeah.
like that.
No, I get that. I like just sounds. One of my favorite focusing and or non-focusing
You
sounds
like white noise.
is rain.
Yeah.
So yeah, white noise. I have this one app on my phone, and there's just this one noise on it. It's called just heavy rain, and it is a freaking downpour, and that just lulls me right to sleep.
You know what's funny? I tried to do meditation before.
Yeah.
And I would use heavy rain or something like that to try
Mhm.
to block out everything while I'm trying to think of nothingness or whatever.
Right.
I don't know if I do it correctly
Hmm.
because based off of how you've known me and why like we do this podcast for more than 3 years now,
Yay.
I've always trained my mind to wander
Mm-hmm.
because that's the imagination creative part of my brain. Like it's an instinctual thing for me now because I've been doing it for vast majority of my life.
That's what mine does
So
too.
when I try to meditate, I try to concentrate on like nothing, or I try to imagine a scene with the water. So I'm just focusing on that.
Mm-hmm.
But then pretty soon I would just start daydreaming about some random thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's not focusing. And so then I'm like, this is not for me because I've trained my mind not to do this.
Right. I've also like I don't know if I call it meditation, but I guess it kind of is. If I'm trying to fall asleep, but my mind is going a mile a minute, as it does, I will simply imagine myself in a white room, typically sitting cross-legged in like meditation
With
pose.
a straight jacket. Yes.
No.
Okay.
There's no like physical self, but what I feel of myself in this room is sitting in the meditation pose, even if I'm physically not. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah. It's
But I
like-
don't see myself in this room. It is just a blank nothing space. There's not even corners or anything. It's just nothing.
I think that's purely meditation.
Yeah. But I read a book one time that was actually talking about meditation. And there's one line in it. I don't remember the line exactly, but the concept was, yes, your mind is going to wander. These thoughts are going to happen. You simply acknowledge them and let them go. So you acknowledge, yes, I've had this thought, and then just go back to your meditation.
I can't do that. The thought is usually way more interesting.
Who cares if it's interesting? You are focusing on nothing.
Question. In your meditation or anything.
Yeah.
Is there those like sparkle things that you see?
Oh, probably. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I get rid of those
Your
two
envisioned
to-
world, do you actually have the thing that you've seen your entire life?
I don't think so.
You didn't think about it.
I didn't think about it until now, yeah.
You know, I
Also,
should have also asked this
if
last
you're-
week when you brought it up. Do you
Also-
also dream in that? It takes a week for me to come up with questions for you.
I know, apparently. If you're confused about his line of questioning,
Listen
listen
to
to
last
last week's episode
The banter. That's all you need.
where I introduced the concept of visual snow. I don't know, although I do extremely vividly recall having a dream with a film grain.
I feel like that's just you're watching too many movies, or that's like Instagram filters. I don't know.
That entire dream was like in sepia tones, steampunk themed, and film grain. So
Yeah, I think it was just your
That was
brain
just the
was
theme.
setting the tone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, no, I don't think in the sparkles because I didn't really realize that they were there constantly until recently.
Mm. But it's always been normal for you.
Yeah,
Anyways.
it's normal for me.
So that was a weird train of conversations that all started about me backing a cozy RPG.
I'm excited to try it. So
No, I have like every time I see something like that, I generate ideas, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
No,
I
I've
could
got-
probably turn something into this, and then I back it.
I mean, I've got one about being a bartender that I backed.
Nice.
I've had it for a long time. I just haven't had the chance to play it.
Well, I feel like half the things that we get is narrative focus.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've thought about but you're a part of so many groups.
Yeah.
That's why I thought about like splitting off and making somewhat of a second group within our group of like, hey, this one is narrative focus, and then the other one we have is combat focus, or for the you get a taste of both and you
Right.
get to enjoy both.
The narrative focused one could be played online too.
Yeah, true. But anyways, let us make a quest out of something today.
Yes.
Maybe it will be cozy.
Ooh, a cozy quest?
I don't know. Depends on our prompt.
Cozy comfort
Because
quest.
I'm not gonna put ourselves in a corner, but if we see the opportunity, I'll probably take it.
But what if it's a corner for cozy comfort quest?
We could confirm or not confirm. Took me a second for a C word. Anyways, you got dice?
I got him. 8.
Oh, perfect. First page. Number 8. Strong swimmer needed. My simpleton apprentice left my oar cart unattended on the bridge, and the blasted thing tumbled into the river. Hopefully the oar is still in there somewhere, and I'll pay gold to anyone who could get my oar. Man, it's followed in Lego City. I knew you were thinking it.
I wasn't. Actually, I was just focusing on the fact that you skipped a word, but it still worked.
Oh, it did my brain sensor.
Well, who can get me my oar? You just got rid of me.
That's
I know,
that's redundant.
I know, it still worked, but I was focusing on that, and then you called out that other thing, and I had to tell you where my mind actually was because it wasn't there.
You have to call me out to our listeners. How dare you?
Sorry. It's not like we show the actual wording of these ones.
Thank God.
Anyway, so we need a strong swimmer, or I don't know.
So I think it's going to be what in this river is a river, right? Yeah, river.
Yeah.
I think we have to just do something within that river.
Yeah. There's something special about the river.
Or something about
that
like
your average
it within
person
it
can't.
and
Mm-hmm.
because it's got to lead to something. It can't be a boring one.
No.
Unless
So unless
vampires.
oh gosh,
I'm kidding.
it could be the vampires.
No, that's our give up. That is our white flag is saying vampires.
Yeah, no, this isn't mundane enough. This is something is interesting. They need a strong swimmer to go into this river. So
Yeah.
either it is an extremely deep river that
Mhm.
has like an unknown bottom to it. They don't know what's down there and what could possibly be lurking. Or it's more shallow but very strong and has heavy rapids.
Or, I mean, the only issue I have with the whole strong and rapid things is just then it comes down to just rolls and did you roll athletic enough to
Yeah.
grab the oars without being swept away? And
At that
that's
point, you can
not
just
as
kind of turn it
interesting.
into like a mini game.
it's just a simple skill check.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it turns into. And I'm like, that's not fun for us to come up with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So okay,
It's perfectly fine. Like
let's
if you do
go.
that.
Let's go with
but-
the extremely deep and unexplored thing. Like this is almost a huge ravine's worth of river. Like it is deep,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason they need a strong swimmer is because maybe there's undercurrents or something that they are aware of down there. That's
Or
why.
the fact that a strong swimmer, you need someone to do deep diving
Yeah.
in a fantasy world.
Yeah. What I'm thinking along the lines of, in order to include the entire party instead of just whoever can breathe underwater, maybe the merchant, is that who it is? No.
Oh, it's apprentice, so probably a blacksmith.
Yeah.
It says, my simpleton apprentice left my ore cart unattended. So,
Yeah.
We could
Someone
say
who
it's
has
a
a
blacksmith.
literal cart designated for ore,
Yeah.
definitely. Probably a blacksmith or someone like that. So what if this person, this blacksmith, does have like a water breathing spell or scroll or something, but they can't swim?
I was thinking
Or like they
that was going along the lines of what I was thinking, which is what, because this is fantasy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This guy was developing, and this could be maybe a coastal town, or this could be a river that's leading like really close to the ocean kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But they were developing the very first diving suit.
Oh, like they're making a diving bell type
You know,
situation?
Well, either a diving bell or the very old diving suits you've seen where it's like that solid cast iron helmet.
That's a diving bell.
No, I thought the diving bell is like older than that, where it's an actual bell that so it's a pocket of air, so people go down with it and then they could swim out from underneath it to go get something and then go back to the bell for air?
I thought the helmet was the bell.
Or are both of those things called the diving bell?
Does it matter? Okay. You are correct.
Say that again.
No. Yeah, a diving bell, rigid open-bottomed chamber suspended underwater that traps a pocket of air, allowing divers to work or travel to depths exceeding 1,000 feet for extended, safe periods.
Yeah, that was before diving suits were a thing,
I always thought...
which is it's very dangerous.
Well, yes.
And that's why they found safer approaches.
Uh-huh. Did you know they've actually created... It's like a liquid, but it's so saturated with oxygen that you can actually breathe it.
Oh, that's
Liquid air, I think
heavy
they're calling
water?
it. Heavy water? No.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and they've tested it on someone. Someone actually
Did they test it on... I know they were testing it on mice. I didn't know if they'd tested it on a human
someone
yet.
actually do that, and it
Like
was
voluntarily.
yeah.
Yeah, they said it was like drowning trying to get it out of your lungs, but...
It's the transitions.
Yeah.
Once, like, when you go in there, it feels like drowning because you gotta get in your lungs.
Right.
But once you do, it somewhat works.
Yeah, it's
And
just
then
weird. It takes
the
like a mental
transition-
trigger to...
Yeah, because it's instinctual.
Right.
And then on the way out, it's the transition's horrible because you gotta get all that out of your lungs.
Yeah.
And but it technically
Yeah. Which I
works.
think is the coolest thing because that can stop the bends from happening.
Oh yeah, because it's a differentiating pressure.
Yeah. Well, that and it's not the nitrogen rich air that they're breathing.
Yeah.
I was looking up diving bells.
This is a side tangent.
It's a huge side tangent. I was looking up diving bells. There's a picture of someone standing underwater with like a literal bell just over their head, and all you see is their legs sticking out.
That's
funny.
exactly what it is.
Pretty
This
much.
fancy one is just
It's
like
just a big bell.
a huge bell. That's what
But
that's
what, they're
what
gonna...
this guy's making is developing the diving bell.
Yeah.
And so it's like I have
No
a prototype
windows.
for you. I have a prototype for you guys.
Yep. All right. It's like, so what
It's
I need
deep.
the ore for in the first place was to make my second version of this, but you guys can use the first version to go down and get the ore.
No, I just panned this. This is my one thing that went through the pan system,
Yeah.
and I'm ordered a bunch of ores to mass produce it. And so this is the
Ah.
one and only version.
This
right
is the
now.
prototype.
Or it's not a prototype because then it's like
It's the
it has
first
kinks.
one
It's the first one that got
approved.
or the copyright or whatever it has.
Fantasy patents.
Yes. I just don't want to give the players a faulty item.
No, yeah, no.
You know
It
what I mean.
works.
Allow the players to be reassured that's not a faulty item.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw a really fun one. So it's a picture of a combination of both the things we were thinking of. There's one person sitting on a bench that runs around the inside of the diving bell, and they've got like a pump or something in their hands with a hose that leads down to a helmet over someone else's head that's walking along the bottom of the water. It's kind of funny. Like
That's probably a horrible job for to be the hand pumper,
well, yeah, because you're pumping all the air out of the bell you're currently sitting in.
right? I imagine it's just the bell.
Oh,
And then the players
I
have
just noticed
to
another thing, but oh well.
then the players will have to like go out and come back.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you could actually draw out like battle maps like, okay, there's this and like
Yeah, and you can explore this area and kind of have like a fog of
and then
war
you
thing
can
going on.
actually have like water combat, which is very rare to
It is
actually
rare.
have in D&D. So I think this might be an interesting opportunity.
Because how long can a character hold their breath? I've had this conversation before.
I think it depends on what the party like basically the DM.
Yeah. So it's a duration of in minutes equal to 1 plus their constitution modifier. Minimum of 30 seconds. So a round of combat being 6 seconds, it can happen. You can have combat underwater
True.
while holding your
But
breath.
I you know what would be an interesting mechanic?
Hmm.
Is you naturally will be in water, it's out of your element, you know?
Mhm.
So it's just like you're gonna swing slower, you know, you got a lot of resistance.
Right. Unless you're playing as a character who is an
Yeah.
underwater type creature.
Which I doubt that they're going to be.
There's what was it? I forget what they're called, like the Aasimar? No.
No, those
Uh,
are angelic.
Yeah, what's the elemental guys you can play as? Like there's a fire, a water one.
Oh, Genasi.
Genasi, yeah. Someone playing a water Genasi would be fine.
Maybe. But my idea is in well underwater, in underwater combat, especially when it's not your element,
Mm-hmm.
you basically have was it slow condition where it's like
Oh,
you can
yeah.
only you can only use an action or a bonus action.
Yeah.
But my trade off would be you can like do the other one, but you're going to then roll a dice. I don't know which yet, but and then you lose that many seconds of your breath because you're overexerting.
Oh, that is a lot more.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'll be an interesting, just sort of mechanic of like you gotta keep track of your like how much air you have left,
Mm-hmm.
like in video games and all that stuff. And I think that will make the fight a bit more intense.
Yeah. I mean, there are some underwater combat things. No, that's just talking about regular combat. I did see a thing talking
Or
about
do you want to say that
underwater.
taking damage, you might lose some air?
Oh, yeah. Maybe you roll like a constitution check to see if you let some of the air out.
Yeah,
And then you roll maybe like a d4 to see how many
seconds worth of air.
would it be seconds?
Well, if we're basing off of the calculations of what D&D already gave us, then you have your own countdown timer.
Right.
And then you lose things over, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Each round you'd minus 6 seconds.
Yes, but if you take damage or you overexert kind of thing, then you are going to start chipping that down.
Right. Okay.
I think that'll be interesting. It's not like very unique for story-wise for us to make, but I think is a unique experience that we just created.
So another thing is when you do run out of breath, you then survive for a number of rounds equal to your constitution modifier, minimum of 1. And at the start of the next turn, then you drop to 0 hit points and start dying. You cannot be stabilized or regain hit points until you can breathe again.
Wait, what happens if they have negative constitution?
Minimum of 1.
Oh, okay.
It also says an underwater creature that casts a spell that uses verbal components may cast the spell, but immediately begins drowning.
I would say just to be on the nicer side, you have to use up your oxygen to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying. Then you instantly hit that you survive your constitution type plus rounds, but that's you drowning.
No. I'm not saying like lose it completely. I'm not saying that. The rules is a little bit harsher. I'm saying if you want to cast your spell, you're gonna roll like a D4.
You just lose some.
That made 10 seconds of oxygen you're gonna lose to cast that spell. You know, make it a resource.
It also has things for attacks. Melee weapon attack, disadvantage, unless you have a swimming speed. Ranged weapon attack will miss if it's beyond its shorter range.
I mean, that makes sense. And these are like sections of the rules that I've never looked up.
Also,
because no one ever does this.
Right? Creatures and objects that are fully immersed in water have resistance to fire damage. Go figure. Only resistance. I know, right? Then there's rules for creatures outside of the water making attack into the water. Blind sight detects the water as an object.
Oh. God, they thought of everything.
They did.
Okay, so depending on the level of the party members, go for some, like for challenge rating of the creatures you're going to have fight.
Mm-hmm.
Go on the lower side because they are majorly being hindered.
Right. It's like these are normally really easy things to beat. And your party might be like, oh, it's just a couple of insert weak creature here.
I would suggest Bullywugs. They're only challenge rating of 1/4.
So, like, we don't really need to worry. Except those are fish.
And you're going to be losing oxygen. And you're like, if you want to follow the actual rule set or do the ones we suggested.
I mean, you can.
Some homebrew things that we suggested.
It's your world. Do what you want.
Yep. But I guess the timeline of this quest is they will see a posting about strong swimmers needed, especially with this.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely need better swimmers.
Yeah.
Or fell into a river.
Yeah.
The blacksmith is developing a diving bell.
So this is a great opportunity to test it as well as get his ore back.
No, sorry. Fully already developed.
Yeah.
Wanted to mass produce it, but has one to help get the ore to make more.
Right.
Pays the party. Is like, okay. You need then take it, dive down with the bell.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have air in there. You'll be fine. And then start collecting them.
You might even have an apparatus up top to help pump more air into it.
Maybe. Or Just don't bother counting the air in the bell. It should be theoretically fine.
Or you can count it like a bag of holding. It's like a bank of air, essentially.
That's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the blacksmith will have their own. You know what? Give the blacksmith a name.
Oh, yeah, I got to name this guy. Let's find a really good blacksmithy name.
And his simpleton apprentice. Or hers. I don't want him to automatically assign a gender.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this name. Luckman. Luqman.
Lookin'?
Luckman. There's an
Luckman?
M.
Oh.
It ends in man.
Sure. I feel like that's a man's name then.
Yeah.
And it ends with man. So, Luckman, the blacksmith,
Mm-hmm.
the apprentice's name?
Billy. But it's spelled Billie because she's a girl.
Okay. He's a simpleton, I guess. The post says it, not me.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's just
You know what? She's a blonde.
okay. That's worse.
Oh, they won't get that joke.
That's just the blacksmith being angry at their apprentice, or his apprentice in this case. Because, I mean, cart was left unattended. That is a pretty dumb move. Carts tend to roll when left unattended.
Well,
Especially on a bridge, they
we
could
could
shift.
argue that, the horse or the donkey was riling up and all that stuff, and then snapped, broke free from the cart and ran off, which is the horse, and then it fell over.
Yeah, there you go.
Not her fault. But anyways, blacksmith will also have a boat because I had to test out product.
Yes.
And so then helps with the party, dives down with the bell, gets in a fight, depending on the party's level, finds some interesting underwater creatures. And then it's going to be also a collection kind of mission and coming back to the bell and going back and forth and dealing with possible enemies or dealing with multiple combats worth of enemies or just one. Gathers up, goes up, and then they get paid.
And this could even lead to further jobs and or quests working with the new diving bell system. And since these guys have experience with it, they could be hired to help explore more of this riverbed.
That, or if you have some kind of MacGuffin or something that leads on the main story quest, it's like, oh, this is located or found on a sunken ship or was on a ship that was sunk. And then they could call up this blacksmith like, hey, man.
Hey, we know a guy.
Yeah, we could get down there. It'll be a lot easier. And then it's like, yeah, diving bell, perfect. And it's like you could use that as like a connection. It feels like the party has connection to this world.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd call this a pretty successful quest. Sorry it wasn't cozy.
Yeah.
Swimming is not cozy to me, at least.
No, it's not exactly cozy, especially since we're in the Pacific Northwest where all swimming is cold.
Yeah, but if it's hot enough, it's nice.
It is cozy.
I wouldn't say cozy, though. Anyways, if you put this quest in your campaign, let us know how it goes down in the comments of this YouTube video on X at QuestBoardPod or on Blue Sky at QuestBoard. If you have a job posting of your own that you want us to make a quest out of, you can let us know on any of those sites. If you're listening to us on podcasting platforms or anything like that, we do have YouTube, and you could see some visual things. Sometimes we like to display any cards or any posting or anything like that if we work with a collab with anyone else.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to us on YouTube, you can listen to us on the go on most podcasting platforms. I think with that, I wish you all a good night.
And happy questing.